How's it going, everybody? My name is John. I'm here with Land Rover Naperville, part of the Patrick Dealer Group, and I got a really exciting car for you today because this is a 2024 Range Rover Sport. This is an incredible car. Everybody wants one, and I'm going to tell you why. Let's go. The Range Rover Sport. Now, these got debuted in 2022, and they've just looked fantastic and awesome ever since. I've wanted one since they came out. I just need to make a little bit more money. But this particular one is in Fuji white, which looks awesome. I love white on Range Rovers. They look very cool with all these black accents all around. Harkens back to the original Range Stormer concept car that they came out with back in the day. That was kind of a preview as to what these cars were going to look like in the future. Just always love that concept car, and these look just like it, which is really cool. You'll also notice that this one has a lot of copper accents along the exterior too. You'll see that down at the bottom of the splitter there, on the hood vents and on the fender vents as well, and then along the back of the car also. These just give it a little bit more of a kind of contrast, break up the colors a little bit, and just make an already elegant car look even more elegant. Just nice little design touches there. Now, some of my favorite aspects of the design of this car is what they call reductive styling. Now, Range Rover wants their cars to be super elegant looking, and they do a fantastic job, and they do that by having really smooth surfaces all around the car. It kind of started with the Velar, and they've kind of adopted it into all their other models as well. So you'll notice on the front bumper here, just really smooth contours. You don't have kind of big steps in it like you do on every other SUV. Kind of flush headlights in there as well. I love the 22-inch wheels on this car. They're awesome. They have kind of a simple design, but they're also sporty and also elegant at the same time. They just look fantastic, especially in this gunmetal gray finish. And you also have the big Brembo brakes in there as well. And then one of the coolest kind of design details that you're not going to notice right off the bat, but once you do, it really makes a big difference. You'll notice along the window seal here, you don't have this big kind of rubber kind of strip like you do on every other car. It just goes straight from body color to glass. Just really cool, really nice kind of seamless integration between the doors there. Just looks fantastic. You also have the flush door handles as well, which is becoming the norm for all Range Rover products. Of course, you got the black roof here again, just giving a nice contrast to the front and the back of the car. But yeah, just super nice car. They do a really great job at making it elegant, sporty, and kind of have a little bit of that off-road vibe still in it too. Let's take a look at the back. I'll show you even more. Now, going along the back of the car, again, you're going to notice that smooth surfacing everywhere. So the taillights, just little strips along the back of the car. Again, no big kind of giant steps like you see on every other SUV. And then the only thing sticking out here is going to be the diffuser, housing the big giant exhaust tips there, and your roof spoiler. Everything else is just smooth, elegant lines. They do a really great job of that. And I mean, just look at this car. The proportions are just fantastic. Everything looks so elegant, but sporty, but so cool at the same time. Again, they just do a fantastic job with these cars, and they're even better to drive, so let's go. Alrighty, stepping into the Sport. Now this is just, first off the bat, it's a fantastic place to be in here. Range Rover knows how to make an interior feel elegant, and they just knock it out of the park basically every time. There is no one that will get in this car and be like, it doesn't feel that nice. It's so nice in here. You got the dual tone leather up at the top of the dash. This light cloud and ebony interior is just absolutely fantastic. Who doesn't love a white interior? Yeah, it might get a little dirty, but you got a Range Rover, keep it clean. I especially love this dual tone white and black steering wheel, looks fantastic. You've got all this black chrome accenting all over the car. And again, with that reductive styling, Range Rover didn't want a whole bunch of buttons kind of messing up the dash, messing up the aesthetics. There's only 3 buttons in this center console. It's incredible. You got your start stop button right in the middle, you got your park button, and then your unlock for the shifter. That's it. It's just really that simple in here. And then you have a whole bunch of little storage cubby places. You got your wireless charger here as well. You got your center console, which in here there's actually a cool box, so you can put drinks in here. It'll keep them cold, which is super cool. And then where your cup holders normally are, a little secret here, if you bring back your cup holders, there's actually even more storage down there too, with a couple chargers in there too, which is really nice. But yeah, just super elegant interior in here. I absolutely love this color combo. It just looks fantastic. You still got the classic classic Range Rover armrests also. They serve very little purpose, but they're very, very cool. Always love those. Then the full digital dash. You got the Pivi Pro system in here, which again is just one of the kind of most simplest designs for an infotainment system that I've seen in any car. They really just try to simplify everything as much as possible. Yes, everything's in the screen, but you do have shortcuts on the side for your heating and air, music, things like that. So everything's kind of one touch away. You're not digging through menus constantly to get to everything. But it's really hot in here, so let's go take this out on the road. Let's see how it drives. All right, driving the Range Rover Sport. And now Range Rover probably has the most loyal customers of any brand I can think of. When a new Range Rover comes out, they just buy that one. They are that good of cars, and once you get a Range Rover, you just want to stay in a Range Rover. And I really find that true. I've seen people go into their 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th Range Rovers, and they just absolutely love them, and they will not waver at all. They are Range Rover people through and through. And I really don't see that with many other brands. Maybe BMW, maybe Mercedes, but other than that, yeah, Range Rover fans, they love their cars and they just always get into the new one whenever they can. And there's a reason why. These cars are just fantastic to drive. You feel like the king of the road. The seating position is just unlike in any other car. You feel like you are just on top of everyone, even though you're really not. It's something just about the ergonomics of the seat and the driving position that just make you feel like you can just do whatever you want while you're driving. And they are just so, so comfortable. And then again, I know I just spoke about the exterior, but the aesthetics are just unbelievable in here. They know how to make luxury cars feel luxurious. A lot of brands still kind of struggle with that. BMW, I'm kind of looking at you. Mercedes, a little too chintzy. Range Rover, they get everything right. All of the fit and finish in here is just fantastic. I absolutely love all of this black chrome that you see along the accents of all the cars. This dual tone leather dash, everything just feels fantastic. You got this giant pano sunroof that opens and closes whenever you get in and out of the car. They just know how to add a little bit of theater and a little bit of luxury to every single aspect of their cars. This particular one is a P400, so it is a 3-liter inline-6 that is turbocharged and supercharged. Something you really don't see on engines these days, but it's really, really cool to say you got both turbos and a supercharger. But yeah, just awesome. It's got 396 horsepower, 406 foot-pounds of torque. Gets down the road great, plenty of power for this car. It is heavy, but it's still got a lot of grunt. 400 foot-pounds of torque definitely helps with that. Suspension is fantastic. They have figured out the air suspension on these, and they just glide over every bump in the road. It really matches this light cloud interior, because that's what it feels like you're driving on, clouds. It really just kind of floats over everything and just takes your mind and your stress off of driving. Just lets you get down the road in full luxury and comfort. So one thing I always have to get used to whenever I'm driving a Range Rover or a Land Rover is the heated windshield. It is an option on the car, but we always put them on because it's a cheap one. But what it is there's little defroster wires in the windshield itself to defrost the windshield very quickly. But it kind of looks like you're driving through a screen door whenever you're getting in the car for the first time. So it always takes me a second to kind of get used to it and kind of look past it. But once you do, you forget that it's there and it just becomes normal. You've also got the head-up display in here as well. It's giving me the speed and the speed limit of the road that I'm on, which is fantastic. I also am a sucker for the Land Rover and Range Rover armrests. They serve absolutely zero purpose when you have a giant armrest already in the middle of the car, but it's a traditional thing. They're always there. I always feel like I need to put them down whenever I'm in one, even though my arm like barely fits on it. Yeah, it's just one of those cool little things that they've always done, and it makes you kind of feel a little bit special. Looks like they put a little bit more time and effort into it. But it does kind of give me kind of Chevy conversion van from the 90s kind of vibes, kind of in a big captain's chair. But you know what? That's what you are when you're driving this car. You're a captain. You're a captain of the road. Captain of industry. Now, there's not too much else to say about the Range Rover Sport other than it's just a fantastic car. Just a great, great all-arounder. They just do a fantastic job of doing everything well. It's got all of the luxury you could ever ask for. It's got plenty of power, and if you want even more power, you can get it. But yeah, just a super, super nice all-around car. You just feel like you're just driving a cloud. You feel like the king of the road in one of these. They're fantastic. I can see why people buy 10 of them in a row. It's that cool. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Had a good time making it for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What color would you pick your Range Rover? Do you want the white kind of stormtrooper look? Do you want all black? Do you want red? Do you want to go crazy? Let us know. Stay tuned for more videos coming real soon. Have a great day.